Welcome to the Viewless Wings Poetry Podcast, where we celebrate the craft of poetry. Each week we feature interviews with incredible poets and artists, including Olivia Gatwood and A.E. Stallings, and original poetry read by the authors. I'm your host, James Moorhead, Poet Laureate of Dublin, California, and author of Canvas and Portraits of Red and Gray. As 2022 and our second season comes to a close, I'll share a Christmas-themed poem of mine that first appeared on NPR's Poetically Yours earlier this month. Among the scattered ribbons and crumpled paper. While we ate, Juno crawled between chair legs and swinging feet over a belly built of boxes that surrounds a pine tree with red and gold to paw at the twinkling lights suspended above. When dinner ended, our feet shuffled to sofas and nooks. Emily and Evie, grown now, too old to be children, not old enough to have them. A leader was chosen, selecting boxes, one by one, weakening the wall and startling Juno, who scooted back under the table, silent and hidden, with eyes wide open, on alert. Paper was ripped with a ch-ch-ch, then tossed. Kitten ears perked as she readied to pounce, claw and tumble, head over paws in a bundle of fur. It was her first Christmas with us. Next year, when the decorations go up, she'll be ready, waiting to roll in the ruins of scattered ribbons and crumpled paper. At this point, I think of Christmases past when my daughters were kittens too, scampering and squealing for their next gift. I'd like to thank all of the wonderful poets that we profiled this year with in-depth interviews and the poets that submitted their work to Viewless Wings for inclusion in our monthly submitted poetry episodes. We'll be back in 2023 with more interviews and additional opportunities for poets to have their work featured on our podcast. Until then, have a wonderful holiday season and New Year's with your family. Please subscribe to the Viewless Wings Poetry Podcast and head over to viewlesswings.com to learn more about the work we do to promote poetry. Thank you. The Viewless Wings Poetry Podcast is written and produced by James Moorhead. You can follow me on Twitter at Dublin Ranch, subscribe to the Viewless Wings Poetry Podcast, and follow us on viewlesswings.com or on Instagram at viewlesswings.